This is Rod Kusin and Spooman for Risk. It is Monday, July 18th, 2011. All times on the chart are Central Standard Time. We're going to talk just briefly about the pattern for today. Very interesting. The early morning into late morning would have suggested to many of our traders that we could be looking for a new low for the day in the late afternoon. Now, when we look at pattern, it's very important for us to be watching our indicators as well, because if our indicators begin to suggest a different pattern could be emerging, then we'll have a pretty good idea as to what to do. So let's look at the big picture here today, which is from a standpoint of pattern. It's obvious for us to talk about what the pattern really is when we start talking about 15 minutes left in the day. But as I mentioned, this could either have been a day where the new low would have occurred in the last half hour, or it may have been a day where we neither hit a new low nor a new high in the afternoon. This is what we call a blue day. Today was blue. And what tipped us off to that pattern was looking at the premium. Premium really helped us to see that this pattern was going to be blue. So trading in almost in either direction for a few ticks is about all that you could expect from this particular day. But here's the giveaway. Here's the giveaway. We track the premium using our Z-score indicator. And we're tracking the premium using both a 100, a 1000, a 3-minute, and a 7-minute bar chart. So the 1 and the 1000 are tick charts. But our Z-score on the 7-minute chart went above the zero line, hence being long, since about 12:30 on until the very time that we're speaking right now. If you isolate this, and I'll do so on a different chart, the average Z-score has remained above the zero line, which is an indication of a long trend ever since about 12:30 today. Hence, the trend being long, we're looking for strategy trades to pick off high probability long trades. Now let's talk a little bit about the signals that you do see on the screen. These signals here are more of an indicator than anything else. And the reason I say that is because there's nothing really going into this signal other than a very simple crossover of the Z-score on a 100 ES premium tick bar. There's nothing else going on in the strategy. Okay, so that's really an indicator. You know, it could be used as a strategy, but only on a discretionary basis. This is more of an indicator. Now, strategy has got to have a bit more to it from the standpoint of filters, and that's what we have in our second strategy here. Here, we're clearly looking and tracking the lows of the premium, pardon me, the lows of the Spoos in relationship to the premium. And when we get a new low on the Spoos and the slope of our volume bars is positive and the 100 ES premium tick bar is moving above the zero line, then we get a long trade. And we only had two of those. One was here and one was here. Now both of those ultimately met their profit target, but above and beyond that, there really wasn't any other activity during the afternoon. So this all took place in the last roughly 45 minutes of the day. these two trades right in here. We had retracements below the market, but we also had a retracement above the market at 1302.25. That has yet to be met. So the big picture indicates that the trend is long. Doesn't mean that you couldn't have successfully traded a few short trades, but that ES premium 7-minute above the zero line is very compelling. So now let's take a look at another strategy that is already reading that ES 7-minute tick bar. This particular strategy gives its first long signal here. Doesn't really go anywhere. We get stopped out at break even here. And then we have another strategy here that does get stopped out. We're a little bit too high at the time of the trade. This strategy hits its first profit target. Another strategy a little bit too high here gets stopped out. Another strategy that hits its initial profit target. So what we are looking to do in these strategies is to combine the use of the read on the premium along with our volume and combining that into a strategy signal. So it's a slightly different strategy setup compared to what we just looked at. Looked at a few other filters in conjunction with that, but the overall trend here was long. And for that reason, with a long trend taking place from late morning on what might otherwise be a red day down, this turns into a blue day, and the afternoon basically goes nowhere. We don't hit a new high, we don't hit a new low. And so the opportunity to trade in both directions may exist depending upon what kind of, what level of risk you want to take. We had a few instances of a downturn, but overall the trend was up. Now, that having been said, let's take a look at this volume indicator compared to the premium. Here we have a 7-minute ES chart. We're tracking in subgraph number 1 the z-score of the premium on a 7-minute bar and the volume of the ES on a 7-minute bar. A couple of interesting things are observed here. Today, the premium and the volume went short pretty much at the same time. By short, we mean that the average z-score here is below the zero line. The volume bars are below the zero line. That's short. Converse is true for long. So we went short at about the same time on both of these, but notice when we go long. Now the volume bars momentarily go long right in here at the very time that you might have a nice opportunity to short the market. Well, the premium is still short. It doesn't go long until here. At the very time the premium is going long, which is right on this bar, the volume bars are going short. You wouldn't want to short this at that time. You get stopped out immediately. Look at another instance of this. Here we're going short on the premium. Basically it's remaining short until right about here. Just a couple of very brief blips here that really wouldn't go anywhere. But in any case, we're short at this point in time. And then we're short again here. So we're rallying up here just a little bit, looking for some kind of a short to take place. The volume bars, on the other hand, are long. Volume bars don't go short until here, which is where you're at the low. You don't want to short that. That doesn't make much sense. Now, we go above the zero line on the premium here, so we take a long trade in there and basically remained long until, right in here in the last couple of bars. Volume bars didn't go long until way up in here, right in there. Volume bars are going long there. So if you run those two as a comparison, you can see good reasons why we're using this z-score on the premium versus the volume. And we've run comparisons on this, and it seems to make some good sense. So we're going to kind of stick with that for a while in terms of looking at the big trend, using the premium, not the volume, for the purpose of recognizing what the overall trend is. So we invite you to come to RSKsys.com. Visit our website. We've got some interesting things, some rules on reading the premium, reading the VIX, for example. We didn't talk about that today. But ask for a demo. I can assure you, in fact, I can guarantee you, we will show you, we will give away information that you have not seen before that will help you to be a more profitable trader. I guarantee you, a demo with us will be profitable to you. You may not decide to do business with us, but you will become a better trader for having spent a little of your valuable time looking at some of the things that we're doing. So we invite you to take a demo with us, and those demos are not long, are not short. We'll spend a couple of hours with you one-on-one to show you some ways to improve your trading. This is Rod Kusanen, Spooman for Risk.